Hello, bonjour, namaste, ni hao, and ohio everybody. What is going on? It is Gale right here, and today we're back again with another set of Danmachi Memoria Freese update contents, and of course we're gonna check him out. We're gonna see what the data download has in store for us, and of course if you guys go on to enjoy today's video, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel for more Danmachi and Danmachi Memoria Freese content, and let me know in the comment section down below if you are planning on summoning on the FINA and CROZZO banner. Of course we will be live later tonight to do some summons, so be sure to check out the live stream. It might be scheduled at this point in time. I'm not sure when this video goes out, but it might be scheduled already, so be sure to go ahead and get notified as to when we will be going live for those summons. But yes, this week of course the main thing that's coming out is of course the FINA and CROZZO banner, the second volume of Argonaut banners. And of course this week I expect this to be the only thing, to be quite honest, because next week we're obviously getting part 3 of the 6th anniversary, which I'm very excited for. We're going to be checking that out when the day comes, of course, right? On Tuesday there will be a live stream to show off part 3 of the anniversary, and then of course Thursday is when it goes live next week. But of course before all of that, today, later today I should say, at the time of this recording, and maybe by the time this goes out, we'll only have like 6 hours to go for this banner to go live. So by the morning of the 10th of August, which is tomorrow morning, of course, right, at the time I'm recording this video, you should be able to see the banner on in your game. So be sure to check it out, and of course get to summoning if you guys are planning on doing so. Of course we will have a should you summon as well planned up. Now let's check out what is in this data download. So first and foremost, we have the Argonaut Heroes Destiny bundle, of course, which will feature a Destiny 4-star guaranteed 11 draw ticket, which will guarantee you either FINA or CROZZO. Furthermore, there will be a 3-star guaranteed Destiny 11 draw ticket ×1 as well, which will allow you to potentially get a chance at getting either FINA or CROZZO. Now, this is only 3-star guaranteed. It is not guaranteed that you'll get one of the two in the second ticket. Of course, the first ticket, the 4-star guaranteed 11 draw ticket, does indeed guarantee you it. The next thing you get is a 6-year 4-star guaranteed 11 draw ticket ×2, which of course I think this is only featuring units from the last year, from June to May basically. So of course that is something that's going to be really useful for players who need dupes for some of the modern adventures and assists, of course, right? So overall, not bad in terms of whale value or dolphin value, to be quite honest, because you get either FINA or CROZZO, and of course on top of that you get 2 further 4 stars that may be beneficial for your team especially, right? So pretty solid, good additional, sort of like materials as well, so that you can use it for upgrading your characters and stuff. But yes, that's the shop bundle. And the next thing we have right here is of course the banner itself. It is a time limited 4-star guaranteed banner, a 14710 banner. Now of course this will be going live, like I said, in a couple of hours time. At the when this video goes out, of course it'll be a couple of hours to the banner going live. And I will say this, I feel like a lot of players should be wary that of course next week we're getting part 3 of the 6th anniversary, and of course with this banner being live this week, it is a little bit of bait for sure, right? I think there's a little bit of bait going on here. I mean, every banner you could argue is very much bait, but I feel like this one especially is more so because it's a week out from the part 3 banners. And honestly, FINA and CROZZO both look very interesting. Of course, we'll talk about them in more detail in the should you summon, but yeah, this is kind of bait. And of course, one more thing to note as well is that this banner will probably be live for about 3 to 4 weeks. So what a lot of players should do, to be quite honest, is effectively you want to make sure that you see what's coming out next week when we get the news and everything, and you see what's coming out next week and then make the decision. Do you want to summon on the CROZZO and FINA banner, or do you want to summon on the next banner? I will say doing a multi is not a miss on this banner. You can get away with doing a multi on this banner, but beyond that, it's dependent on player to player, and we'll talk about it in more detail, like I said, in the should you summon. But keep that in mind. Part 3 is out next week, of course, right? The next thing we obviously have is the paid iris banners. Of course, we have the FINA version, which is a 2 times guaranteed banner, which will allow you to get FINA twice over with paid iris, of course, right? Again, good value for money. If you are a whale, you're basically guaranteeing yourself a MLB unit through this, right? Of course, it would be amazing if it was 3 times. Of course, it would make life so much easier for the whales, but it is only 2 times only, so you kind of have to get lucky to get the units at maybe like +2, +3, and then you can get them to like +4 or +5, and then maybe use gnome tickets or any star bonds that you may have for these units. The only thing I would say that I hate about these novel gacha releases, right, even though they're time limited, is that they don't have heroic trials for some reason. I don't know why. It's kind of stupid that they don't have it. They didn't do it for the Astray record ones. They didn't do it for the last Argonaut banner, and they're not, of course, going to do it for this one, I don't think, unless out of nowhere they show it at the end of this data download. But of course, it's one of those things that I don't like about these banners, is that they don't allow you to get that one extra copy. I know that one extra copy might not make a difference in the grand scheme of things for a lot of people, but it is still very, very handy to have, especially if in long term you want to, you know, level up your FINA or level up your CROZZO. So keep that in mind, of course, right? And then of course CROZZO is also the same, 2 times only. So again, a 2 times only paid banner, of course, right? Then you have the 4-star guaranteed 11 draw ticket gacha, and then the 11 draw ticket gacha itself. And then of course you have the splash arts. Now FINA splash arts look, it looks really sick. It looks really, really sick. I kind of like the effects that's going on here. Like it feels like it's sort of like chain-like effects, but the darker red is really, really nice. I really, really like it. I really like FINA's art. Maybe a bit too bright potentially, you could argue, but really solid overall. And then you of course have the CROZZO one, which is really nice. I was kind of hoping that we'd get a CROZZO adventure, but alas, that is not the case whatsoever. Hopefully maybe in the future, if we do get the 2nd anniversary rerun and they decide to drop maybe, like, say for example, a Hero Festa or a new banner like we had Zord and Althea for you know, Astray Record Volume 3 and the What If for Althea, right? Maybe we can get a CROZZO and Argonaut adventure yet again. Maybe, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But I was wondering if they would do CROZZO again, or, you know, because he's not gotten a 2nd unit, or if it would be Orna. And it's a damn shame that they decided to ignore Orna and give CROZZO a unit only for CROZZO to become an assist, in all honesty. I think that's my only real issue with this, in all honesty, is I wish CROZZO was an adventure. That's the only thing I would have liked, to be quite honest. That's the only thing I would have liked. Then of course we have the new sprite sheet, so these will be the new sprites that will be applicable to the units, of course. That looks like it's FINA's, of course, right? And then of course you have the final thumbnail here. So yeah, this week it's only Argonaut, Heroes Destiny, JP Novel Gacha. A bit more of a relaxed week, of course, right? We had Familiar War Games just recently. My Familiar came 2nd, which was amazing, of course, right? And of course, you know, next week we're going to be getting part 3. So a bit of a chill week, of course, right? I love that Weird has added this in the bottom. Player base is in shambles. Barely enough player engagement for TWG, Training War Games, to function. To be quite honest, I don't know how it was bad, because I wasn't paying attention, to be quite honest. I'll be honest and say I only got to King 3 in Training War Games because I don't really care about Training War Games. And I think a lot of the player base now, realistically, with obviously the news of, you know, what's happening to the game and just generally everybody's attitude towards the game and everything, which I want to know your guys' opinions, of course, right? Like, we've seen Weird's opinions already. I want to know your opinions. What do you guys think, of course, right? I mean, I know we're getting closer and closer to the end of the anniversary, which for a lot of people it signifies the end of Danmemo as we know it is, of course, right? It's going to continue, but in a very subdued format, of course, right, compared to what it was beforehand. And of course with Battle Chronicle releasing in about 3 weeks time as well, right, it's a bit significant to you know, for a lot of people to see which direction we're going in. So yeah, you guys can let me know what you guys think, of course, right, of the current state of the game. Are you guys just gonna call it wraps afterwards, or what's the situation? I'm very curious to see what you guys have to say. But yeah, Training War Games, anyways, I feel like people don't really care about it too much because there's no rewards attached to it. People realistically never cared about it outside of, oh, we can test our teams for Familiar War Games. But yeah, overall it's a bit of a slow week, like I said. I mean, as I mentioned last week and the week before, you know, especially in last week's channel update video, which you guys should go and check out, by the way. I said in that video that, you know, this week is a slow week for Danmachi as a whole, right? Even Battle Chronicle was just, you know, ramping up its promotional material, but it was still very slow. We didn't get much new gameplay. I mean, I think they just re-released the OP today as well, right? I think I saw that on their Twitter account. They just re-released the opening of the game, which is already on my channel for like 5 months, I swear, at this point. And obviously with the you know, light novels and everything is still also just, you know, getting into the next phase of, you know, volume 19 is coming out next month. The English releases are in December and Jan, and the anime is nowhere to be seen at this point in time. So it's all going very slowly right now. So yeah, you guys can let me know what you guys think as a whole. I'm very curious to see what you guys have to say down below. This is what we're getting this week. I will be live later tonight for some summons, and of course just chatting with you guys and seeing what you guys are up to in terms of your summons and everything. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Please be sure to leave a like down below, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take it easy, everybody. Bye bye.